I've been having issues with my internet. My last class, I was eliminated from my class 3 times. So I've asked Greta, hopefully yours will remain. Hopefully I'll come back. If not, uh, I'll try to get the assignment done first and then we can proceed. Okay, questions? All right. So what my plans are for today is number one, talk about next week, what is due. Number two, look at supposedly your proposals have turned into the first draft of your project. I'll take a couple instances of groups, give you feedback. And the feedback I give to one group will be relevant for all groups. And I will give you the readings for next week. I'll go over the readings about artificial intelligence. And then we were talking, Quinn, last time about what I called VAPI, Voice API. You remember, Quinn? Where basically what we're going to try to do is create a phone number that is amenable to attach to a chatbot. This is new technology, so will it work all the time, you think, Quinn? No way. But we'll have a good attitude and we'll record it. And guess what, Greta? We'll record if there are errors beyond our control, we'll record that as well. And our impressions will record. And we're going to go with the punches, as I say. You got it? So any other questions, you let me know, and I'll stay after class and I'll be able to answer any of your questions that you have. Okay, so we ready? So Greg, you ready to start? Okay, so I'm going to share my screen and hopefully I can stay on as long as possible. And in this case, I'm sharing my screen. I am going to use Chrome, and for the assignment, put on your notes there, and you may even want to put it in the chat, is use Chrome when we're doing this. Okay, so I know that my YouTube Live is working. I'm going to go to the content, and I'm in our section. And what do I do first, Riley? Is I go to what's due, right? I'm going to go, everybody go with me on what's due. Last time, what I asked you to do was your today, which is March 26th, is to have your Wix, your first version of your Wix. You don't need to have a domain name yet, but you should have your Wix the first pass through. I'll give you feedback on that. The other thing I asked you to do was read about artificial intelligence, do the adaptive assignments and the quizzes, and then what I'd like is I asked you to do these readings about cloud computing and from 2 vendors that are very prevalent in the industry, which is AWS, Amazon Web Services, and Azure, Microsoft.com. You have some questions here. I will do on April, I guess the exam is April 21st, the same format, same place for our next exam. So our next exam, these are types of questions, open-ended questions that I may ask. The week before, I'll give you a study guide, but I can guarantee you these are types of questions already that are possibilities for the exam. And then for next week, I have what I call the phone voice AI agent assignment that I will hopefully go over that with you tonight. I'll take a volunteer where I'll do your homework for the beginning of your homework for you. We'll work together as a team. So we'll see who volunteers where I'll help you do that first one. And then we'll have 3 articles to read. One is about AI, the other one is about machine learning, and the third, which is a very good article, quite comprehensive, about generative AI. And in this case, Greta, these are possible questions for the open-ended as well. Catherine Bremer, any questions on that? Okay, good. We're good on that. So what I'm going to do, since I know that this is available, you'll have your chapters here. What I'd like to do, the first thing is, let me go to the audit area and then I'll come back with your next assignment. But let me go and open up your audit area. I'm going to go to courses. Audit K. Assignment groups. And each of you should have your website, like group 1, great, you have it. Group 2 doesn't, group 3, good with, you have it. Group 5. Now notice here, careers.ai of Sydney, you didn't need to upgrade, but you did anyways. And then Jordan is good, and Finley as well. So I need then group 7. I don't know what the issue is. And group 4 and group 2. So if those groups can stay with me afterwards, at least I can get a handle on what are the issues. Okay, so let me do this then. I'll start with Quinn. Can I start with your group? Quinn?
We were actually having a little trouble. I was going to talk to you
Okay.
after class.
Okay.
So,
Okay, so how about, let me start with group 3 then. So I'm going to open in a new window, group 3, and we'll start. Okay, Market Mind AI, Empower, Transforming Marketing with AI, Services, AI, Social Media, Visit Us, our location, Advantages, Personal Approach. Okay, this is the first time around. Okay, so let me, this is for everyone. So who's here from this group? Can you let me know?
I'm here.
Okay, who's on? I don't see you.
Lily.
Okay, Lily. Okay, so Lily, let's start with you. Okay, what I like it, Market Mind AI. Tell me in a short sentence, what do you guys do?
We use AI services to like help with marketing strategies and more personalized like marketing for companies.
For whom?
Companies,
But a
businesses.
company, what, small business, those that have already marketing in their company, those that are using agencies, those that are like mom and pop, that don't have even a marketeers.
We were just thinking general, but we can specify.
Okay, so what I would do, this is for everyone, okay? And you write it down, Lily, and this is for each group, is I would have a distinct group that you're looking at. So it may be for you to be useful, it may be those that don't have in-house marketing people. Or maybe those that are new to that they want to be able to get your service, to even know how to do it in-house. That you're kind of teaching them how to fish. And then maybe in this case, you'll teach them ways to do that. So this here, Market Mind AI, is good, but I would kind of have like a slogan that I could see right there what you do. And almost like, what is the problem I have? short and distinct? And how are you going to solve it for me? I'm way busy with I don't have time to do a lot of marketing. I'm stuck on basically doing my social media, sending out flyers, my campaign, my email, a number of things, getting my blog out, whatever it is, almost like I'm I'm frazzled with how can I make a solution of it? Something like that to make it there. Well, do these work?
No, they don't.
Okay, so one of the things here. Also, opening hours. In this case, since it's digital, take this out. The whole idea, we don't want to be Monday from 9 to 5, right? Basically, you can see us on Zoom, right? What do you want? You want to buy a location now? You want people to come to you, right? And it may not be good. In this case, it may not. And if they work, maybe your chatbot will be answering the phone. So I would take this out. Everybody understand why it would be? I would take this out, and benefits offered here. Instead of the benefits are AI driven, this starts sounding like AI here. I would kind of like list maybe problem, how you can solve the solution with AI. Problem, solve the solution. Get it to be, and this is where it's going to take almost, if you're going to even use AI, to do more prompting of the AI. Even if the AI will write it the first time, Lily, is go in and basically prompt it to say, hey, it needs to be more specific. Give me the target audience is this. And the personalized, and these are then going to be the services that I'm going to give. Do you talk about who's on your team? Do you show your team
No, we
members?
haven't yet. We still need to do the
Okay,
pictures.
all right. So you're going to need to put this in too. So let me just even put this in, right? So who's my target? Problems, specific problems. What's the solution? Each one and listing it. You want to have a team. You want to have your pictures. You want to have a description of your roles of the company. You want it to be something that you guys can actually do. You can teach them. You can even do, if you want to, have Zooms weekly, something for all the people in marketing, maybe generic kind of things, and then specific. Come join our YouTube sessions, streaming live or something, right? You know how to do that, and you can even do examples of those. You understand? Of giving basically of service. So in the beginning, you can even give these free services, and later on, if you got a good showing, then you can have these people pay for your services, but give value to it. And then you can show examples. Each person in your group, I'm giving you it like what it's going to be later on. Each person in your group will show kind of like a scenario and how it's going to be solved with an application, whether it's a Notebook LM to create a podcast for somebody, to create a chat bot, whatever it is. You got it? So we got something down, and now we got to do the next one. Okay. So Jordan, Asha, and Michelle, let me see here. Okay. Visionary consulting, real estate consultant. What's with AI here? So what I would do here is real estate consultants. What type of real estate consultants for whom? So again, who's my target audience? I would put in the AI because you're basically consultants using AI. join us for what? Our services, virtual tours, social media. But even with the social media and all of these are great, is using AI. So basically, maybe we'll turn it around for my real estate consultants. We'll teach you how to use AI for your virtual tours, social media, market analyze. And in the beginning, we can give these services, but we're also giving you the tools. Our team, okay, great. We got our team. They all look good. And then I would say, and rather just you're all AI solution consultants, talk about what you do for the company. This is great. Our team thrives on innovation. We believe in leveraging AI to create smarter. So give examples of how you're doing this. This sounds like a great, the problem with all this AI, chat GPT stuff, it sounds like it, right? It's so, you understand that, Lily? It sounds so, it's all correct. It's all, the words are spelled correctly. The grammar is correct, but it says very little. So then you want to go back in and say, okay, what are we gonna, who is gonna use it, and what problems are we gonna solve? What are we gonna give them? And the same thing here in their AI solution consultant, put basically, Michelle, I'm doing this, and this is what I do for the company. And then you can say on the side, you can say, and there's no shame in it, right? And I'm a real estate major at the University of Miami, or I'm a finance major or marketing major or something. But it is, when somebody looks at it, this is a real company that's giving real services. It's not a BTE student project that I have to do. Make sense? I'm even telling you, Lily, even though this is not yours, and doing this. Very good. So we're getting that part. And then in here, let's connect. Feel free to reach out. So basically, in this case, when we're reaching out, then is this a real Gmail? Make this Gmail, even if you do. And then what we'll do is we'll then create then a phone number with it as well. Okay, 7 is not here. And let me just do this Finley. And Will. Okay, this is okay. AI for mental wellness, revolutionary mental health support for college students. You know what I would do? Groove AI. I like the name. Oh, this is a great name. GrooveAI.gen.in. Who came up with that name?
It was a group effort.
Great. First of all, really not. I like this. AI, I like this right there. AI for mental health, wellness. Here, support for college students. I would put that even up here, maybe even group AI. And you can kind of give a catchy title or something. College students, using AI or something, something here that I can see that I don't have it, see it right down there. But nice. I like the background, and it comes out nice. Okay, very good. And then learn more. Does this work? I can't see it. Okay, so I got a home. I got a blog. None of these seem to be working, or they're slow. Okay.
We're gonna add more to it later, but we kind of just
Yeah,
got
okay, we got something. Great. And then here, lesson planner. This doesn't make any sense, I guess, right? Our service is mindful. You know what I would do? I think this is really good. I think this is fabulous area. And what I would do in the beginning is everything free. Finley, I would make everything free, and AI therapy, and I'd even do it AI therapy with a therapist and AI bots kind of together as unique, and group therapy. Trying out maybe AI, and then have one individual using, basically when you see the therapist, have the AI bot with them. That's unique. And then we can give you prompts and help you with certain areas with the AI, teach you how to use the AI when you're not with the therapist, or you're not with the peers, or you're not with the therapist, and the AI bot prompts that can help you. And then maybe and this is great, everybody write that down, then you can do scenarios for the college students, traditional problems, traditional issues college students face. And
We'll
pick like,
definitely add that.
what?
We'll add that.
Isn't that great?
But-
And then you can kind of think among yourselves, what kind of issues? We all have mental issues, right? We all have stresses. What is it? Getting our work on time, getting our crap together that we can, focus, or loneliness, or relationship problems, or being away from, family issues, whatever it is. You keep up, and then, or maybe stress before and having like things before exams or something like that, scenarios, and how will help you use AI and regular therapists, or will help you kind of in a way to do this, which has not been done before, rather than throwing out ChatGPT through you. And then you can even look for, like, there's Pi and some other ones that actually are really great for mental health. And then it would be nice. And then you could even have the phone number, call our number, and chat with us. And when you need it, maybe you can call our real number, and we'll help you. And then you can even say, we're not saying it's a replacement for a therapist or replacement for having real friends, but it's to get through those moments when you don't have access to them. A therapist isn't going to be here for 24/7. And you know what the lines are for therapists there? And almost like, how do I help myself? How do I ease myself into this? And even maybe you can do in groups, like group therapy, maybe one, where the therapist is there and you can do kind of like Zoom things, working together. And we can even have that are not therapists. You could, Finley and others in the group, lead something in the beginning with the help of AI bots, and helping each other with AI, not having 24/7 therapists. And then you could kind of work with counseling centers that you're kind of like an add-on to them. Wouldn't that be great? That you could even go to the counseling center and say, would you be interested in something like that? Did you ever think about that? That we could even teach people, if they couldn't get in, or after they have it, or ask them, are they interested in working with a bot as they do therapy, or giving like homework assignments, try this 3 days, when you're feeling extra anxious. Have the bot, meditate with you, or take deep breaths with you, or something. What do you think?
I think that would be a really good idea. We'll definitely add all that.
Yeah, you add all this, but it's a great beginning. I give you credit, really.
Thank you.
And then you can do, and then do you have the homepage about you and stuff? Have you done that yet? About your team page, you can make it as another page. Your team page, who's in your team, what are they going to do? So
Yeah,
think about it, everybody think about it is something, rather than this is a project we got to get rid of. Hey, how can I really make this something that we love, or something that we can understand? And then it could really be a business, and it could be useful. How useful is that? And then you could even start it with, you say, hey, we'll start it even among our universities, and then we could have maybe ambassadors at each university that you can say, hey, we want to physically meet, at certain times too. Fantastic. Okay, any other questions? Anybody else want me to see I think we're fit. Anybody else want to see me, their group? Okay. If you do, stay with me afterwards. Okay. We're set. Everybody kind of understand. I want to see then for each group Monday, and then we can start expanding more each time. And then we'll have social media. We'll have a number of other ones now. So my next point is now I want to create then what, Frank? I want to create a phone, right? That VAPI, where not every phone number. You know, I have a phone number that spells the psycho, you know, almost that'd be great almost for mental health. But it's a phone number that, you know, you can text me, you can talk to me, but I can't attach a phone number. I can't attach a language model to. So what I want to show you today is a new site. It's a new company, and it may work, but I'm going to give you the assignment to it. So let me share what the assignment is. So it's in your regular session, audit assignment, what's due, and it's under audit assignment. And this is it. Phone voice AI agent assignment. It's individual. Later on the following week, once you get numbers, then you'll meet together as a group and decide what was the best number. There's a video here that Daniel did, or one of our teaching assistants. I'm going to show you some things that are different a little bit that you can do, but this can be done. So the assignment is this. I want to attach a number, and my goal is, if I could, I want it to be, it's called basically, it's a voice AI agent that I wanted to be ideally a vanity number that is attached to a chat, a voice. AI agent. And when I dial the number, I'll hear it, just like when we did 1-800-CHAT-GPT. So basically, these are the instructions. I want you to go to this, and the idea is to pick a number and record it. Of course, record without a password. We're going to generate the phone numbers, and we'll try, if possible, to get a phone number that spells something. So I gave you here digits here that if I wanted to do 1-800-CHAT-GPT, I would do 1-800, and then 2 is C, 4 is H, 2 is A, T is 8, and 4 for G, 7 for P, and 8 for that. And they list a number of area codes that spell something. So if I had a number like 872 or 786 spells run, sec is 732. You can see buy is a good one, 289. But I'm not sure. People pay a lot of money for it. I'm not sure I can. What I did do is these are, you can even look it up. There are then software programs, and when you have a number, let me close these so I don't have too many. Is when I have a number, let me go to dial ABC. It's like a word search, so I can put in a number. Let me just put in, finds words. So you can see here, 843. It goes the, by. It also could be vid, like video, right? And then here you can see at this pace, it can be a number of names here. They give me in each part that I can find it. So this is 843-779-2426 is my number, the psycho. So there's a number of different ones that you can put in. So once you have that goal and you can find it, you can even have that available to you. I go through all of these. This is optional if you want the Google API key. We'll put in and we'll submit the work. To submit your work, your group will have then a phone voice agent assignment, and you can see the content here in group 0. This was the final. You can see here the voice phone AI as each person, then we'll put it in, and then you can see here your voice, your cloud recording link, your Zoom, your reflections. You want to try out 10, you can try out 10 different numbers, try them out, and choose the number that was the best. This was AI agent Steve, and this is the number with USA. Okay, so I'm going to stop sharing. So what I'm going to do next is go through the exercise. So who wants to join me in the exercise? If you join in the exercise, then you get your work done. I would have voted for that one. So who do I have for a volunteer? Nobody wants their work done? I can't believe it. Finley, let's go for it. Okay? Your group did such a great job. It should have all of you do it. So let's do this. Okay, so Finley, you have it. Everybody have a G, and you can even do this while I'm doing it with Finley. And you can try it out or you can just watch. So what am I going to do here? Everybody needs to have a Gmail account, not from the university. You got it, Will? Gmail account, and when you try it out, if you're really interested in this, you could give it as a service too, right? Those of you that are even marketing or real estate, give that as a service. We'll make you a phone number, right? Ava will make you a phone number and attach your voice and everything. Okay. So Finley, you have a Gmail account that's not yours. Okay. So get that ready that we know what it is. So Finley, share your screen. Do you want to do this, Finley? I don't want to put you in a spot if you don't want to do it. You can say no.
I'll do it. Should I share my Chrome with you?
Share your screen. If
Okay.
somebody else wants to take over. Okay, share your screen. Okay, now you have to be in Chrome. Are you in Chrome?
Yeah, I'm in Chrome.
Okay, so you're in Chrome here. So, okay, so you're in Chrome. So now open up a new tab. I don't see your tabs. Do you have a tab here? Open up.
Yeah, I have a tab open up. Do you see that?
No. And type VAPI, V-A-P-I. I don't see it where you're typing. Does somebody else see her tab? Greg, do you see her tab?
Let me.
I see the university. I see launch. I see that it says launch meeting with Zoom.
Okay, wait. Let me stop share and then re-put it on. Okay. Do you see it now?
Yeah, I see a lot of stuff. So go to Chrome. Just go to, okay, now this is much better. Okay, this is Chrome, right?
Yes. No, this is
Okay.
Safari.
What?
Sorry, that's Safari.
I know. So you got everybody clear because then it's not going to work if we don't have it. So close Safari and just go to Chrome.
I'm on Chrome. Do you see that?
Okay, now perfect. Now type VAPI .ai. And what is VAP, Colin? What does that stand for? Voice API. And you see it? Voice AI agents for developers. Everybody with me? Greg, you okay? Ellie? Thumbs up? Okay. Sign up. Everybody can sign up. Now, what I don't want you to touch anything, right? That's also what is a good, Finley, why I like to share with student screen, then I don't go fast, right? Now, what everybody wants to do is instead of putting in an email and a password, use Google. Everybody here, Luana, you hear that? Just press Google. Did you press it? Now, pick a Gmail that you want to use. And say continue. And it says sign in to VAPI. VAPI now has signed you in. And you can put, where did you hear about it? Okay, and then class, okay. Okay, finish. Okay, everybody with me. I'm going to do it a little bit different than the instructions. And you can follow the instructions, but I'm going to do it a little bit different. We'll see if it works. There's two things we need to do. You see on the middle pane here, this looks a little bit, there's create assistance. And then in the middle, it says Riley. It's kind of like put in there. And then there's latency. What do you think latency is? Latency is an opportunity for when somebody calls the number, how long it takes for you to hear the bot. Do you understand that, Finley? Everything, when you hear a bot, sometimes there's more latency. It's almost like when I stream to YouTube, you always saw a latency. I'm leaving everything as standard. Later on, you can play around with it. That's latency right there. You guys hear me? You guys hear me?
Yes, we can hear you now.
Okay, great. I apologize. I leave you again. Go look at the instructions. So where did we leave off?
I'm on you were explaining latency, and I'm on the website.
Okay, so now go to Create Assistant. Let's see if we can do this quick before I get knocked off. If not, you can follow it. Okay, what we're gonna do here, you see here assistant name, new assistant. Let's call it a new assistant, put Finley at the end. Okay, just Finley. Finley's good enough. Okay, that'll be Finley. And now let's use lead qualification specialist. You see there? You get templates. Everybody in the instructions, it may not say, but use lead qualification specialist and create assistant. Okay, we've created the assistant. The assistant is called Morgan, but you see here under the first, that's okay. That's okay. We have Riley and Morgan. We're going to use Morgan, okay? And you see under the model, it says first message. You see where it says model? And it says first message, and it says this is Morgan from Growth Partners. Do you see that, Finley? Instead of Morgan, you type in Finley. Put your cursor there and just backspace and put Finley. Okay, that's it. We're not going to do, and what else we're going to do is you see where on the top it says voice. Click on voice. And in voice, you see how it says the voice Elliot? Go and look at that down on the voices under voice where it says Elliot and choose somebody that sounds like you. Choose a maybe female voice. There's Savannah, there's Paige, doesn't matter. Just choose anyone, doesn't matter. Okay, now what we have is we have Vappy is our guy. We have a voice. And now go ahead and go back to model. Click on model. And in model, you see her provider under model on the right-hand side. It says OpenAI model GPT-4o. You see that? So you can then choose any model. We'll keep it the same. We keep it as default. OpenAI chat, that's fine. And the temperature, later on, you can change that. But this is so neat. You see it says identify the purpose, the voice and the persona, speech characteristics. And then you can later on change the prompts and everything. But let's just publish. You see on the top? Assistant updated. Perfect. Now what we want to do, the model then is going to be, we're using then that Morgan. We know we've changed that name here. And now what I want to do is you see on the very left-hand column, it says phone numbers. And under phone numbers, what do we want to do? Create a phone number. And now we have to get a area code. Now, this is the problem. They don't give a lot of numbers out. And what we usually don't want to do is zeros and ones because zeros and ones don't have letters. But we're going to try to do something tonight where we can finish off. But later on, you can have up to 10 tries. So let's start off with 872 because we know that's USA. Let's see if they give it to us and say create. And it looks like they haven't done it. So go back to phone numbers again. We couldn't find this page. And sometimes try to create again. Click on create. See, they have some numbers. And then they say go back. And let's see, in this case, let's say 669. Let's try. Okay, they gave us something. Great. You see, even though they have it, and they say they're going to activate it in 1 minute, 51 seconds. So now you have that. Stop sharing. And you have your screen there. Let me now share my screen. That's great. And under my screen, we can go to the dial here. What was the number? Read me the number.
It was
Six
669
669
777
777
3852.
3852. Everybody see, they gave me a number. I like it just because 669 it spells now, a word. And now let me find words. So you see here, I have on, I have then now or nows. I have now. Great. So I have now up to here. I have maybe senior or PR. That could be good. And maybe I have PDET, PET, maybe SD. You can play around with it, but I have something that's not bad. So now I'm going to stop sharing. I'm going to take it. So you share. Okay, and make it larger so we can see. Perfect. We like that. Oh, they gave us two numbers, right? 6. And this is not too bad too. We can use it later on. You'll look at up this number too. 872, they say is 666. 8754 probably is a good number too. So you'll later on put it in. Let's try the second one here, the 669. And this is the key. Make sure that we know what that number is. And you see in the middle there, under 1 plus 66977, the third column, go to the third column on your right. You'll see where it says assistant. Pull that down and attach Morgan to it. Not in a leave squad alone. Okay. And now go back up. We created the number. Okay, that should be okay. And now let's go back. We created that number. Now let's go to assistance again. Okay, we have the number here. We have in here the assistant. We're having Morgan, right? I created Morgan. Do I have Finley? Now go up. Publish again. Just publish for the sake of it. See in the middle there, publish, just so we know. Now talk with the assistant. You see that little on the right hand. Let's see if it works. Can you hear it?
We help businesses improve their operational efficiency through custom software solutions. Do you have a few minutes to chat about how we might be able to help your business?
Yes.
And
Great. Could you tell me a bit about your business and the industry you operate in?
We operate in mental health industry and we're focused on helping college students have good mental health and have somebody to talk to whenever they're stressed out.
That's a very important and impactful area. What systems or processes are you currently using to manage your operations and support services for the students?
yeah, it's working. Later on, what you can do, end the call. Thank you. So now what's nice is that number you can attach, put it in on your way that this number that you have those on. So now what you can do is you say, hello, this is Finley from We Help Operational. All of this, that first message, you can change it. Hello, this is Finley from, give the name of your company, right? Later on, you can say, we help, blah, blah, blah. And you can basically start doing it. And later on, you can try to figure out, can I put in documents with this? And it can start learning about you. Just like almost Notebook LM, but it's a phone number. But we got this already. So if you go to phone numbers right now, click on phone numbers. You already have that Morgan here. attached. Then you can do the same thing with that 872 number, and you would click on that, and you can attach, you see under assistant, you can attach also Morgan. And then in Morgan, you can attach, you can change a little bit on it, but you have two numbers even that they can call. And then in so what do you think? Let me get going when the going is tough and do attendance. So Finley, fantastic. Any questions? You want to stop sharing?
So this is for our whole group, right? For the project?
No, each individual person's going to do it.
Okay, do I just submit the number to you that we did?
You have all your numbers, right? Look
Yeah.
at the example. Stop. Maybe even you can do this, and then go back to the audit area. Stop sharing this. Not sharing this. Just go to your audit area now. You just need to do 8 more. But what you'll do in this is you'll record one time a tutorial on how to do this. You only have to record one number. So in this case, you want me to share? I'm just afraid in this case, if not, you'll share. You're there? You see it? Let me just even, I'm having so many problems with my internet here. Don't know how long I'll be on, but everybody got the idea. Basically, just go to your audit area. Go to audit. You see it, Finley? You'll do assignment groups. Look at this one, 0. You'll make just one folder, phone, voice, AI agent assignment. You see that, Finley?
Yes.
You make it, you can even make it now. Everybody make it for your group, one per group. And then what you'll do is you'll do phone, voice, AI, same assignment, your name. Then you'll start recording. Since you've already have, you don't have to, you can go in now, you can go into, you already know your email. You can go in already to VAPI, turn on Zoom, and go through the steps that I just went through with you. Create an assistant, get a phone number. I think the instructions say get a phone number first and then create assistants. It doesn't matter. I'd like to show you how to do the create assistant and try and then do it for one number. You see here, you already have 2 that spell, both of them spell something, and try another 8 numbers. Put them down here and put in bold what are the best numbers that spell something. After you finish, how many more people you have? Let's say you have 3 more in your group. Each person will do it with a recording of how they do. Turn on, of course, AI companions. It'll give you you'll talk it through, and then put a reflection of what were the issues you had. How do you think it works? How do you think you could use this in companies? How do you think you could use this as a service? How could it be in our project for mental health? Whatever it is. And then you finish with the assignment. But I used you as an example just so everybody can do it and we can go slow. Questions on that, first of all, from you, Finley?
No, I think you answered everything. Thank you.
Okay, and the idea is to try that maybe you could even get a lot of good numbers. And then you could have different numbers for different types of bots attached to a number. Some maybe for stress, some for meditation. You know what I mean? I'm just even thinking if you got good ones, right? One, if you're under stress, call this number, right? If you want to talk with, and then maybe later on we can foresee it that once they say, oh, I don't know, then they could refer you to a counselor. I really feel really so depressed. And when you hear those words, I really feel so depressed. I don't have any hope. That's immediately could be a trigger. Get somebody on the line, a real person, you know what I mean? Or get a number that they're contacting, God forbid, mental health facility or something. Because the problem with some of these, you want to start on with, if there's any issue, you really want to stop it. You don't want to be saying, on some of these that they're encouraging you, but it's just the idea with that mental. And I think with this mental health one, the phone thing with the bot, it's good for less, how can I, I'm bored, or, I feel stressed for the test. Give me 5 types of exercises to do. Let's breathe together 5 times in, 5 times out. But that's what I want. And then when you have that number, then what would be interesting is to have that number be clickable on your website. Wouldn't that be neat? And they can try it out. And then you could even put a note there. We can try out for mental health providers. We can try this out for you. Later on, you could say, hey, we're doing it for college students. Maybe later on we can do it for, mental health providers for college students. We can work together as a team. That could be even another thing. You want to reach out. Are there any counselors out there, social workers that want to work with us? And we'll provide the AI and you provide the real therapy, and see how we can work together on. Because that's how I see it working. Okay, so let me stop sharing. And Greta, can you go to attendance for, I don't know, can you do attendance if I promoted you?
I'm not sure.
Try it.
On Blackboard, you mean?
Yeah. Questions? So what do you think, Frank?
I'm excited for our group. I think we got something good cooking up.
Okay, so I'm looking to cook with you. I'm looking to eat it. If it's tasty, you know. But what you see how you could really, it's like in the beginning phases of it, but it's tremendous that later on you could change that whole script. Later on would be great, you know, Finley, you could see what kind of docs you could put in there, you know. Right now, you see it was a little bit in the other class that was kind of breaking down and stuff. I don't know. I got kicked out, so I don't know what the students were doing. They were trying to do it, but record it. You understand? I want everybody to do it. And that's what I love about this group, that it's not going to be one person, Finley, that knows how to do it and the rest of the group doesn't know. That's the beauty. Everybody will be able to do it. And a lot of times people used to be able to do it and you needed to do heavy duty programming. You needed programmers and they would take a couple of months to be able to do that for you, or weeks.
Yeah, I'm super excited for this project.
Yeah, but you understand why I'm going through with everybody is the idea. Think beyond it. Think really of being helpful. And don't think of it as just ChatGPT spewing some things out. And then research what are the best, bots out there. I'm saying there's certain ones. I tried out Pi one time and was very polite, and it was almost programmed to be like an empathetic. They've done studies now, and they found out of psychiatry with AI bots. They've done, counselors with AI. And when people had to judge, a lot of times they felt like the bot was more empathetic than the person was. Because can you imagine, Finley, if you worked like 10 hours a day, 5 days a week, listening to everybody's problems? You may not be as empathetic, you know what I mean? Type of thing, or people feel, it's not a substitute, but for certain things, it may even be better, or it may be an addition, or maybe it won't be as good, or maybe
Yeah.
find creative ways to be able to do it. Maybe in a group without counselors, just with peers, or with I think it'd be great with counselors, and a lot of times the counselors are apprehensive. They're scared about hearing AI, but it doesn't have to be scary.
Dr.
I
Rush,
agree.
I don't think I'm able to do the attendance.
Okay, I'll do it. Let me do it quick before I get kicked
It just
out.
gives me the same thing as like the student perspective.
Okay, all right. No problem. Yeah, it's probably because you're not lit. Your role, right? Roles, right? I should know better. Oh God. Now I may have to log in. I'm just if we get caught, we can take a roll. We don't, we'll have a day without attendance. We'll see how this works for me. Just yeah, you're not listed as a TA, so you don't have access, right? The right role, you shouldn't have access to attendance, but you can change your own attendance, right? Even though I made you a co-host. We learned our lesson, right, Greta? Even though you are co-host,
Uh,
I feel like we should just leave and I'll just send her an email saying that she glitched out.
yeah, everyone should just leave before she gets back in.
Yeah, everyone leave and I'll send her an email right now saying that I told everyone to leave.
All right.